The cool nighttime breeze swept across the road outside the Dark Mine's gates. The gusts swirled the dry ash and dust like a tornado, later to dissipate together in the wind. Soldiers hurried back and forth, more busy than they usually were on the surface. Troops were loading and unloading the brooding, hulking machines that were heavy machine guns off the newly rolled-in trains, taking nearly 2 novice unicorns at a time to move. Lines of heavy sandbags stacked up to a pony's chest provided cover for where the guns would be set outside the gate. Other positions down the road had metal crates assembled to low-standing walls. Scooter crossed behind the safety of a few crates by the Dark Mine's gate, with Whopper at his side. The two sulked onward before stopping to peek over the top of their cover. "Do you see anything?" Whopper's eyes peered at every angle. "Weapons on mine, and a pair of uniforms, too." Scooter's head just finished scanning the immediate zone. "Nah, not funny, pal. I just think they'll just be leaving out in the open." Whopper shrugged. "Who knows?" The tip of Scooter's ear twitched as the sound of crunching pebbles approached. Out of pure instinct, Scooter dove, taking his comrade with him. Two legion stallions gave a quack into their crates, toting a monstrous assault rifle, battle saddles, bolstering worthily jiggling ammunition belts. "Who was supposed to move these down the road?" asked one to the other. The second soldier rapped the top of the crate as he passed by. "Hell if I know. That's the unicorn's job. We're just supposed to patrol." "Do you think this battle's gonna be huge? Do you think we'll make it out?" The second chuckled. "You see those?" He held his head to the trains, where teeny unicorns in unison deployed the largest machine gun he ever seen to the ground. "Those things can shoot down anything. Armored wagons, Pegasi, hell, even ponies decked in power armor. Covert had them specially brought in from the border. Big Lot was holding out on us the whole time." Scooter's ears shot up faster than an alert dog's. His eyes, more than open, bursted forth almost unnaturally. "Did he just say?" he muttered under his breath. The first soldier rose a hoof, sharply turned to the crates. "Hey, you hear something?" "Hear what?" the second replied, now looking to the crates. "You don't think something is—" "You never know." The first interjected. Slapping both hooves over his mouth, Scooter pressed himself hard to the crates. Whopper followed his lead to a point. The curious soldier gingerly trotted to the crate, unhitching the safety on his saddle with a click. Scooter's heart was aflutter, rising and rising at the gravelly sound of pounding hooves on asphalt. Each step applied energy to his heart rate. 3 steps away. 2. 1. The soldier was so close to the crate, Scooter could be heard the subtle, tense breaths mumbled underneath his nearest mask. "Damn it, you know it was nothing," the second soldier objected. "Hell, it's probably just a roach. You know how those disgusting little shits like to linger around here." The first soldier, standing idly with eyes transfixed to the crates, glanced over his shoulder at his patrol partner. "You think so?" "Hell, I know so," the second said. "Besides, I want to finish our rounds. The sooner we can get back to the barracks, the better." Placing his safety back on, the soldier faced his comrade. "All right, fine. Let's get back on track. Damn roaches aren't even worth a bullet anyhow." Together the two trotted away from the crates. Back on the patrol they were before. Whopper released his mouth, letting the stressful load of the moment slip off his relaxed soldier. Scooter breathed out a sigh, saturating sweet relief. "Hey, it was too close, pal." "You'll say it," Whopper nodded. Wiping the sweat from his speckled brow, Scooter nuzzled his friend foreleg. "Did you hear what that fella's saying?" "Something about covert being around. I don't think he said much aside from that boss." "I'm not completely sure, but he's around here somewhere. Well, I have to tell you, damn." Looking at his bare chair, Whopper nodded. "We ain't getting anywhere without guns or some kind of armor." Scooter pointed his head to one of the alcoves carved out in the old stores. Shops along the main road. "We could try searching them for some gear. He has to be something useful, I reckon. Seeing as the army's unloading all this gear." Adam searched the back ceiling of his room. It was the closest thing he had to a nighttime sky. Most vacant of any stars are lights the bugs at the back of the stable, so Hurley spoke up. There was just a void, pure and formless. His eyes were wide, like they were looking at something impossible to see, while in his stomach a pit formed, swirling and aching. He had both hosts cross the top of the raging storm brewing inside. Unable to do much, Adam watched the wimpy haven of his room ceiling.
Brother?
Adam whispered.
Are you awake?
Even after hours of sleepless nights, his thoughts adjusted to the pitch dark. Neo, in the blackness, answered tenderly not to wake the others across the hall. No, I haven't been able to sleep all night. You having any luck? Adam stuck his tongue in one cheek and made a hard, poppy noise.
Nope.
Sucks.
Does.
Together, completely by coincidence, they sighed. Neo picked the conversation off the ground, beginning in the same tone he had properly used. Nervous about tomorrow? Adam's gun felt wrenched, like someone had gone and run while every ounce of courage. Pressed his hopes on it. He had pressure to alleviate some of the anxiety.
Yeah, it could be worse, but it's still keeping me up.
Same here, Neo replied. I just hope everything goes smoothly.
That's the problem. It never really does, brother.
Neo rolled onto his side, using the pillow as a support to see out into the black where he imagined now as his bed being. Is that what's bothering you the most? Neo sees a strain on his belly. Adam's hosts chased each other in circles as he hesitated to answer. The feeling, like clearly a symptom of the coming conflict, festered. He couldn't say why. His mind went blank.
I don't know.
Neil had no trouble pinpointing his nemesis. For me, it's whether or not we could pull it off, with all of us walking out okay. I mean, sure, we've done well in the past. Neil withheld a breath. But this is different. Everything is at stake here. Our family, friends, the whole Providence. Everything. Can't really help but feeling this way after all that's stuck on our shoulders. Maybe that's why you're nervous, Adam, Neil suggested. You seem fitting.
Yeah,
Adam uttered an unsure whisper.
I guess.
Whatever we feel tonight, though, we'll have to set it aside during the battle. Everything we do needs to be done right. I just don't care to think about what may happen if it goes awry.
I think we need to see what happens. Do our best, right?
Adam couldn't see it, but he was certain Neil was smiling.
Right.
Patting his stomach once, he felt a sickness tickle his chest.
I just wish that being nervous didn't make you feel like this.
Yeah, Neil laughed. Being nervous sucks.
Being nervous sucks.
Adam echoed. Vladimir's face was inches from the glass of the long observation window. Close enough that the heat of his breath fogged the reflection of his face. Beyond the protection of the barrier were two legion soldiers, donned in white contamination suits, vastly accompanied by large, shaded goggles, each lens bigger than a saucer plate. One technician had the sun gem, held by a pair of tongs, easy into the mouth of a black machine laced with pipes of every size. A few of the tangled piping tubes towered up, and into little holes drilled through the rocky black wall. At Vladimir's side, levitating was a glass of wine, slowly being stirred by a calm circular rock. It's finally happening. Suffice glared, unblinkingly, silently seething. Come now. Vladimir said, smirked. This is a time for joy. After they load the gem, all it'll take is more time. We just need to stall the coalition. He picked up his hoof and tapped the air as though he were tapping a button. And boom! They smacked that big red button, and all is done. Simple as that. Reflexy didn't answer. In the absence of a proper response, Vladimir pouted, blinking his abnormally sparkly puppy dog eyes. You're no fun, little lad. Cheer up, I tell ya. Weiss's voice was low, weighted without conviction. I'm not going to let you do this. I'll stop if it's the last thing I do. Vladimir's brows rose. Really now? Rubbing the underside of his chin, Vladimir looked out to the side, gazing out of thought. You see, the last time I checked, you were there, and I'm out here, with your body, as you. Leaning forward, the reflective put his host on the glass. I swear, I don't care what it takes. I'll take the nearest sharp object and gut you with it! Vladimir threw his head back in a single guffaw. Ah, there's the fire I wanted. Now, if only you had shown that sort of attitude a bit sooner, maybe we wouldn't have having this little hut like now. Bringing both shoulders to his ears, Vladimir mumbled. Though knowing you, little lad, I'm certain you won't. Because you see, he grinned, you're too soft. You've always been too soft. While you are unhaunted by the waste now, I was haunted. And boy, do I learn fast. Where would your father let a prisoner go? Vladimir continued. I would have killed them. Where would you want the less of the 6 slaves? I would increase it. A deep chortle rubbed in his throat as he laid the last bits of salt in the wound. It's just who you are, little lad. A stable dweller, simple, innocent, naive, and a bunch of other lovey-dovey things. And that, and to kill me, you would need to kill this meat suit of yours. And that's just not good for either of us, wouldn't you say? Vladimir loudly supped some of the wine, licking his lips after he swallowed. You know, he tested a glass of wine floating in the translucent light of his unicorn magic. I used to loathe this stuff, wine and all that. But now I have a body I found it rather enjoyable to consume. I now see why you liked it. Makes for a wonderful drink. Dahlia won't comply with anything you say or do. Vladimir reflects retorted, and if you think of even hurting her. Vladimir did an eye-rolling dramatic gasp, laying a dainty hoof distressfully over his breast. Little Red, that's hurtful. Dahlia's our most honored visitor here in the mines. Of course, she'll need to be alive and well if we plan to use her. Fletch narrowed her brows, pretty to stare at her. Don't you lay a hoof on her, you bastard! He growled like an animal. So help me. Vladimir snoring. You don't have to worry about that, Red old boy. I have an abundance of ideas on how to make her cooperate. Gently knocking on the window, his grin stretched. Especially if Iron Hammer nearly operational. The air was colder than a wintering field at midnight. Wind let in from the open doors of the hangar, raining a bone-numbing mountain breeze on it. It was, however, more temperate at the back of the space. Mild, despite the occasional snowflakes that drift outside. Gunships were lined evenly, with their tail flaps facing the back wall. Coalition soldiers crowded the back end of the hangar, scattering wooden crates freshly unloaded in the steel-hoofed keep. The amphitheater was ablaze in a busy matter of ponies sneaking orders, or of what the contents in the crates were one another. Lucy stood behind one of the larger transport gunships, icing the side of a hefty four-wheeled steel wagon, giving it a fine sheen to its sleek armored frame. Each wipe of her damp rag made it cleanly squeak. Nancy and Lucy defined this with careful policy. She ran wax over the rim of one of the four enormous wheels. Afterwards, Lucy collected herself and stepped back, admiring her work from afar. She smiled satisfyingly, nodding with great contentment at the glaring glow and the pale outside light filtering in. Damn, Lucy, you're a waxy metal. Allie trotted alongside Neo, Adam, and Lester, coming in to see the job she'd done. Morning, Lucy. Allie's tone was more merry, considering the uncomfortably cool atmosphere. Lucy's gaze shined, sparkling even, as the outside illumination stuck in watering pools, gathering the corners of her eyes. It's so beautiful. Adam looked at the wagon, knowing its size. It sure is big. And over it bounding, a bubbly emotion trapped certain words. It's freaking glorious, is what it is. I guess so. Adam pointed to the crate stacked next to the wagon. And all that stuff is armor and weapons, right? I think so, Allie answered for Lucy. She was entranced by the magnificence of the weapon. Lester took place beside Lucy, laying a destructive hoof in front of her face. Lucky, you're acting abnormal. Please, cease before it becomes critical. Nuzzling Adam and the soldier, Neil whispered to his brother, I think it was critical to begin with. I heard that. Lester attempted again to wave forever. Lucky, please stop before they make more bizarre banter. Calmly tussling herself away, she shook her head. I'm still alive, Lester. Patting herself down, Lucy included. See, all mentally there, for the most part. Allie approached the wagon with light steps. So, is this our transport? Lucy wiped her nose. A smug grin shifted to one side. Yep. She pet one of the Herculean wheels. Though she'll be loaded in the gunship there. I'll be driving her off a few miles out the mines. Nosing the front, where the Pegasus piloting was hit, Neil skinned it and returned to Lucy. I don't mean to sound like a pessimist, but do you think you can fly this? Are your wings even well enough for the mission? Hey, Lucy chirped, don't worry about me. I got plans to take care of that later. Cupping her to the corner of her mouth, Lucy called out to the gunship. Hey, Golden Cog, get your butt out here. Golden Cog emerged from the shadow inside the ship, stopping against the refined metal of the gunship on her way out. What is it, you sour donut? Can't you see I've been checking out the ship specs from last flight? You can stop for a sec, she countered. It's not like your job can't fit us later. She grumbled, pulling up to the group. What is it? Tell these worry wusters that I can pull this monster of a wagon. Lowering her eyes, Golden Cog groaned. You're not gonna let me leave till I'll tell you home. Tipping the brim of her hat, Lucy jeered. You bet you sleep dumplings, sister. Now, lay it like it is. Old factual and the like. Golden Cog's shoulders slumped as he sighed out the long, unconvincing answer. Given the proper treatment to her wings, she can fly the wagon. Will that be everything? Golden Cog asked pitifully. Lucy rolled her hoof, letting the whimpering words go on before clasping her lips together to suppress the building laughter. Planting a hoof squarely into her face, Golden Cog recited the end. Because the wagon is magically enhanced to help a pair, or should the occasion need a single pilot to fly it. Leah, she grunted, eyelids disapprovingly wilted. You happy? All Lucy's teeth were victoriously showing in a strange smile. Delighted. You're free to go. Golden Cog broadcasted her distaste for the whole event to her boy's smolder, laid out from her lower lip. Nonetheless, she trotted back up to the loading ramp of the gunship, disappearing into the interior shade. Lucy came back to her comrades, holding in the highest fasten in her head, triumphant expression and all. Allie did her best to loosen the coil aura beamingly from Lucy. Will be a pretty hard target to miss. Lucy was swift to shoot down each and any of Allie's concern. I'll weave. Winging with this baby should be a sense. What about backup power for flight? He answered on. Check the charts. Room for us all? Plenty. Room for us and all of our gear? Covered. And assured comfort on the hell of flight. Allie brushed her chin, humming thoughtfully. And so Sparksy added, well, she paused. What about our armor? Lucy's defense had been broken. Armor? Yeah. Allie patrolled the side of the wagon, to the end, rising on her hind legs, and pointing the wagon's empty space. We'll all be in here, but we'll certainly have to few more rifles sniping at us. Any larger stray bullets would kill us. Did we get any armor to lessen the dying factor? She brought a halting hoof up and intervened. Actually, you're going to be surprised by that. Neil's attention peaked as both ears sprung erect. What kind of armor? As the Manzanese took flight, menacing a whole scheme of designs with advanced medical attachments. Tilly came in full mercy, pulsing in an anxious lip. How fast did she say it was? Lucy shrugged, making her way to one of the piles raised by the wagon. I don't know. I'll tussle the princess in the ship said we were given armor in the crate. Guess it's some pretty nice stuff by the way she talked about it. Once he got huffed between the lid, she glanced over her shoulder at the group of gathering around the crate. Or it could be some junk she made to sound a lot better than it actually is. Only one way to find out. The lid had already been unbolted, and the top was loose. Lucy threw it open effortlessly, sending the lid flipping backward, landing hard on the hanging floor with a hollow thump. Packed in the curving shavings of dusting paper clippings, several breastplates of steel armor protruded from the packets of the cushioning surface. A few slightly rigid toes ran down the shielded neck piece, and a small plated compressor pump in the back. Numbers, newly painted in a pristine coat of white, ranging from 44 to 49, were written around his shoulder pads. Hand size grew 3 times their average size.
Is that what I think it is?
Power armor. Real deal, too. Lizzie pulled a larger smile than any of Levin's cheeks could handle right up to her ears. Slowly, she looked at the others of the group. Who wants to try it on? A cell. A cramped hovel of a place is where Dahlia sat. Walls caked in saturated, heated air. A sturdy bars made the front of her cage. Regardless of the poor condition, the Legion had done whatever it was in their power to make her feel comfortable. A clean cot was placed in one corner, decorated in a fresh white pillow, lathered with silky green blanket. Any homely living space, bronze chamber pot sat beside it, including one lamp, another shade filtering out the light, leaving the blazing sun of a lamp bulb to shine pure, blinding rays throughout the entire cell. There had been a quilt, frayed at the edges and smudged in black dirt in the center of the room. It, as Dahlia had found, did well drain over the cedarless lamp. Now a quiet, gentle luminosity shone, purely captured a reflection of water sprinkled on the cavernous walls. In her own pensive expression, a focused eye staring at the ground, brows lowered. She paced back and forth. Every other turned back. Dahlia paused to inspect her prison. A single pipe ran along the back wall's corner. At the intervals where other segments of the pipes connected, droplets of hot water drifted the rhythm of the creaking. Dahlia walked over to the middle section, batting her eyelids at it. Maybe I could tear one of the pipes down. Give me a tool or maybe a prop. Shaking her head vigorously, she sharply turned her back to the pipe and went about her route to and fro across the room. No! Then you get burned by the steam. Then what? Eat with 30-degree burns all over myself? That's a surefire way of getting killed. And not by the soldiers either. You're fairly determined, aren't you? Vladimir's voice projected a chipper chuckle. But you'll find escaping here isn't the smartest thing to do. He shouted to her boss, sipping a purified chest. Judging by the look on your face, I assume you already come to that conclusion. Though it is fascinating to see one who knows there is no way out, but ultimately continue the search for a means of escape. Clapping his host slowly, he tittered, Inspiring. Truly inspiring. She kept her distance from the bars, planting her haunches down on the warm, damp cell floor. I assume you plan to use me as leverage, which means you're intimidated by the Coalition's retaliation? Calling himself back, he pursed a dainty hoof above his breast, giving a dramatically forced grasp. Right, Dahlia, when you think that I took you to have also a conversation with another intelligent mind. Dahlia sat quietly, closing her glare until there was nothing but slits left. A cheap twirl raced to his throat. You're too smart for that. And I admit, I'm lucky I know you. Otherwise, I would have left a dozen different items you could have used to easily break out of the cell. Dahlia's tone purred like a fiery war engine of the machine. What did you do with him? Vladimir propped one eyebrow up. What? Who? Vladimir, Dahlia stated firmly. What did you do to him? This brought out a few chuckles sitting in his chest. I am that woman. I am Vladimir, the one and only Emperor. You're not him, she interrupted. I know Vladimir, and even as the tyrant I knew when I left the stable, he was more control and simple than you. He froze, muttered. What do you mean? Whenever he declares who he is, it's done formally. You like to let the world know. You also referenced him on the ship, not yourself. So, Sal, she prowled over to the bars, looking at eyes of the Legion Emperor. Either you're just insane, or you're not Vladimir. Because the Vladimir who traveled with my boys was collecting and calm, not the boastful fathead like you are. He was brow raised. He said nearly towards the bars, near stuffing his nose between them. That's a curious little theory you assembled. But how sure are you that I'm some thing impersonating him? Besides a few little mistakes in my wording, and a different kind of attitude. What else is there? Danny crossed her host silently. I thought so. He recoiled himself. He considered getting comfortable. Cutting his throat, Vladimir craned his nose high to some booming finale.
After all, believe it or not, I have a special place for you soon. I do believe your boys will find it remarkably fascinating. Neil sported a strong figure. Power armor came with a compelling sense of invincibility, the kind that stiffens the back, and nobly expands the chest out. He stood in front of the long viewing mirror, his posture matching the impeccable feeling of strength. His armor covered him from neck to hoof, all a dull gray. Plates overlapped plates, clanging softly when he moved. The right half domed shoulder blade, just as a few inconceivable inches up. Sewing it back into place, he rotated his shoulder before returning to an idle stance. His eyes traveled from the floor up to his breastplate, poising for the roll right up and alert. A shiver lancing through him as it brought his soldiers to a slouch, which afterward released a deep, long-held breath. He looked at himself in the eyes, gazing at himself committed to an awful tragedy. What are you doing, Neo? Glancing over his shoulder, he searched the empty locker room he was in. Speaking to himself, Neo's voice was heavy. It's not like it's going to battle with someone to be happy about. Is this what it was like before our cannon? Ellie asked, moving around the corner of the locker. That sickening tickle that bubbles in your stomach? Her rival didn't startle. May get worse, depending on how sturdy your will is. She herself was clad in matching bulky armor. It's something, isn't it? Knocking the center of her chest, a hypnotic tone of metal rippled. Makes you feel like you are worth 1,000,000 bits. The fleeting chuckle came shortly after. I can see why Wester finds it so appealing. Though I'm not sure I could wear it all the time. Well, if you're steel hooves, I bet after a while, the stuff starts to chafe like a grater. Neil added with a hearty laugh. In more than one place. Allie winced, the mere imagining it provoking a pain-stricken groan. Hate to find out. Facing his mirror, Neil saw the whole of himself again. Allie, he said, how dangerous do you think this will be? Coming aside, together they stood in a slender view in the mirror. I wouldn't think that battle of any kind, a scuffle or insult, would be safe at all. But, as he went on, I won't lie. I don't think it'll come out unscathed. Neil's eyes fell over to the floor. Sure, but what if, we don't make it? Allie put on a smile, the likes of which melted his heart. It's always a possibility. Laying his hoof on a foreleg, she easily guided him to face her. Their eyes met, fixed and unmoving. But that is what it is, a possibility. And I believe that's the last thing you want to be thinking about before going out there. One shoulder bounced uncertainly. Then what if we all make it out? What's going to happen once this is all over? I giggled, rolling her throat. Well, you could take me on an actual date. The Legion, Raiders, death or destruction. Her eying words brought a smile. That'd definitely be a start. Despite his puzzled eyes, dragged his tone to a low, serious register. Just be careful. Wiggling Leslie on the neck, she remarked. Don't worry too much. Besides, let's remember, I've been out on the waste longer than you have. Lucy's noise foamed throughout the room. Hey, you two done in there? Rose a hoof to the side of his mouth, calling back. Don't get worked up. We're coming. Good, she exclaimed, because I got something all of you be wanting to see. Allie snickered, as he had something to hide. Looking at her with an impish arcing eyebrow, joined in. What are you laughing about now? It just stinks, What does? Being alone just isn't an option for us, is it? Neil's eyes rolled, nodding as the truth of her words bit. No, it's not. An old purple porcelain lamp on the nightstand beside Vladimir flickered occasionally. There was an uncomfortably crooked oval mirror on the wall, painted in a dainty, though chipping shade of pink. Up at the right side, a twisted crack in the glass caught a separate glimpse of his reflection. Regardless of faulty lighting or a damaged mirror, he put a loud, boisterous splendor into a lively whistle, adjusting his great plated armor, clipping a silky crimson key to his collar, and tweeted the tune aloud. His inflection did not represent the same mood. With narrow brows and eyes slanted in a fiery glare, still picturing himself in the glass cursed him, snapping the last of his key to his chest-piece collar, Vladimir guffawed. What's so glum, little red? Aren't you excited? Feisty kid motionless as a photograph. He had set the hairs of Vladimir's neck up. He crawled mid-chuckle. Well, look like that. I see you're not quite as enthusiastic as I am about the upcoming battle. Little girl. Its voice rumbled like a distant thunder. Or else. Vladimir recoiled with a coy sneer. Oh, well, aren't we the sour sport? Tell me, what in this wide world could you do to me? The reflection closed his eyes, pointing the tip of his crimson horn at him. A strange accent propelled the eyebrow to raise. What are you doing? The reflection didn't answer. In a few moments, a splitting headache. Someone just lost an axe in his skull, knocked him onto his harnesses. Vladimir gasped, pressing both holds hard at his temples. He bared his teeth, a pain-induced yelp wanting to escape. But Vladimir bit more. Even then, the pain grew, bringing him to gnaw his lower lip until he drew blood. Every second felt like an hour, with it chopping, constantly wiggling, circling about his head. At last the words broke free. Stop! 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 Grayson sat down and opened his eyes. I'll do it again. Hurts like hell, doesn't it? Vladimir's legs trembled excessively. Each limb feeling more akin to a feebly crackling cedar bucking under his own weight. As he collected himself, standing once more, he replied over the hissing and groaning. This changes nothing. He grimaced, sussing the top piece of his crumbling uranium. You think I'm going to just submit to you because you give me a headache? How weak-willed do you think I am? You'll give in, it murmured. And even if you don't, my body will. 3 metallic knocks came from the door. Staggering to collect himself, Vladimir fixed his posture. One moment. Thus muffled voice came from behind the door and asked, Sir, are you all right in there? I'm fine. Vladimir stumbled to the door like a drunk. Just fine. The door opened and Thess leaned to him. Sir. Vladimir was rubbing the side of his head now, the lingering soreness ever present. Just what is it? Make it quick. Thess peeked above Vladimir's shoulder, seeing into his room. Is everything all right, sir? It sounded like you were in pain. Placing the far-wing massaging hoof to the ground, he retorted, It doesn't matter now. I'm fine. What is it you wanted to say? Thess looked up at his leader with a pensive stare. It's the gun, sir. The anti-air ones. His eyes caught the veins bulging underneath Vladimir's ear. They're in place, even the backups. Nothing should get through the center road. Well, Vladimir's tone lightened. That is some good news, I suppose. Is everything in place for Ironhammer? Thess's observations had lessened. He noted the slow rising and lowering of Vladimir's chest, the mark of high-stress breathing, for what continued to elude him. Are you sure, my lord? Vladimir put the back end of his hook to his head, releasing pent-up emotion with a sigh. That's. If you ask me one more time how I'm feeling, I'll toss you to the captured miners and allow them to snack on your limbs. So, having clearly stated where I stand on my health, you'll no longer need to poke at the subject. Please, and I do mean please, tell me how clear we are on this whole matter. Raising counter gold bristly sword. Transparently, sir. Go. Vladimir said, get out of here before I get angry. Closing the door on Thatch, Vladimir wandered to the mirror. He peered at his reflection, touching a hoof beside the mirror's frame, and slowly moved his snout close to the glass, near enough to smell the pungent wine sticking to his breath. Curling his lips in a snarl, he finished, You think you could do it in what little time you have, little red. I guess again, you weak sack of flesh, because whether you like it or not, it's over. And there's nothing you can do about it. Period. Al leaned on their assault wagon by the gunship's loading ramp, one leg crossed over the other. Western leg exact, 2 times larger than himself on his back. At the wedge of the wagon, he tossed it in with a long, aching throw, and mattered, poof. You think Lucy's doing okay? Adam asked Wester. Briefly patting himself down from leg to chest, he grunted. I'm certain. Lucky is being taken care of.
I suppose so.
Alice's voice was saturated with a slurred tone of uncertainty.
I just think her wings must have been pretty beaten up.
Wester pointed his visor out.
What is it you believe is a problem?
Alice tried.
She's had a poster or two since we've seen her. Shouldn't her legs be healed?
From what I understand, they were terribly injured. Potions may heal, but they're not a cure-all. Perhaps part of her wings have healed, but have not received the proper care needed to make a full and lasting recovery.
I'm just worrying this all.
Alice's eyes circled to the loading ramp.
Brother and Allie are in there with Golden Hog. Now you haven't seen Big Lot around lately. You think she's okay?
Wester motioned his head to one of the main hallways, leading out of the hangar with an unnatural smoothness for someone as already constricted as him.
Last I saw, she was looking at the guns that came with the armor.
Alice's eyes perked. He removed himself from the wagon's side, leaning attentively on the floors, ready to move.
Do you think we should leave her alone with all those weapons? I know from personal experience that she's a little crazy when given a weapon.
So find it difficult,
Wester knocked the chilled metal of the wagon.
as I've just about collected all of them up in the bag.
Just about.
Adam echoed his words.
The saddles and pistols you don't have included in the sack.
Suicide, I remarked. That's more than good to hear.
You'll have to let her arm herself during the battle. You know this.
Adam scuffled the ground, withholding his reply for a moment.
I know. So despite her experience out here, I feel she's just a filly at heart.
Wester commented in a standard, contently deep voice.
She tried to kill us, tormented numerous individuals for an extended length of time.
Still, I feel like she had a hard time firing something. And at the army she used to work for, too.
Let us see what happens when the time comes.
Adam looked up at his hulking friend, just to see his emerald eyes catch in Wester's visor. He said nothing, as the reply jolted one after the other against the walls of his cranium. Wester's reply was sparse of raw emotion.
It's the only way we can see that's true.
What are you two standing around for? Lucy came to the gun symbol with swagger. Like a pastime of her own, Rowan tumbled taking along on its side. Big Lot fell back, face glowing in the sizzling heat.
You bring your own gun! You're the last one!
Wester whispered to himself.
I said so.
Of the ponies present, it was Adam who rose up to answer Lucy.
We were just waiting for you to show up. You and Allie are up in the ship. They'll be down soon.
Great, Lucy had the biggest grin. Because look what I fixed up. From behind the mare rose both pair of weathered wings, stretching out like that of an angle. As he presented their wellness in a few forceful flaps, kicking up a faded gust of powdered snow dusted on the hangar floor. They are back! Lucy pranced in a circle, giving everyone a few flew.
Me?
Adam finished. Lucy stopped, merged regular. What? She looked at her gross. What? Adam shrugged, beckoning to his fellow peers with cultures. Both eyes started around.
Isn't that how it ends?
There was a pause, to what felt like an hour. Everyone stared open eyes out. The weak attempt to unshackle himself from the awkward tension Adam whimpered,
Guys?
his father, sensing he defended his silence persist, came to his rescue.
Well, it doesn't matter now, right? Just look at you all.
He went to his son, and keenly pointing the armor Adam wore on his side, says,
Armored up.
lightly jamming a few air punches at Adam, his tone fired.
Tough and ready to go out there.
Neil stepped off the ramp, Allie close by. I heard Lucy out here. Did she get her wings looked at? Lucy deferred her attention to the two of them. Yeah, though they're not the strongest yet. Having not fought a while really takes its toll on the muscles.
But
Ronan inferred.
we did what we could to compensate any lost muscle mass.
Will that affect the muscle missing at all? Allie pondered aloud. Pressing the thought off, Lucy held a hoof, tearing like a balanced scale. I say there's a chance.
Beard a mile one.
Ronan hastily added. Lucy added. Yeah, what she said. Adam, drawing back to his previous encounter with Fatimal's fire, asked,
Dad, you sounded a little sad earlier. What's the matter? What happened?
It was clear, not physically, but his dim silver eyes, a deep worried emotion froze him on the inside.
My boys, my sons, Over you are going off into this conflict. I'd be lying if I said it was nothing.
We'll be good out there, Al assured him. We're both scared too, but then again, you always get scared when about to face something like this. No matter how much you cared for it before.
Lucy beat her breastplate like a war maiden. Don't worry, they couldn't be more capable hooves. Rowan sucked a lungful of air through his nose, exhaling it after a few seconds.
I won't doubt what you say, Miss Locke.
Then, holding the same fatherly spirit in his words, faced his eldest son, looking back to Al.
Both of you, I want you to stay safe out there, no matter how hard it becomes.
Neil nodded. We will.
We will, Dad,
Al smiled.
no matter how hard the battle gets.
He gently slapped down his right shoulder.
Just remember, when you pick up your mother, that your old man is here, waiting for you to get back, safe and sound.
Al returned a happy gesture.
We'll be back, all three of us. I promise.
There was an energy like fire in the entrance of the dark mines. It stirred with the cool breeze blasting in through the gates. Soldiers ran the best they could to their stations. Dozens, it seemed, flowed toward the outside, trotting or marching in peace. Vladimir was among the fast movement of bodies. Stepping high and wide with regal grandeur, they parted before him, like a rock splitting the approaching waters. His crimson silky cape rippled into the rocky floor, bouncing like a rolling, gentle waves on the fabric as he stepped. That stood not far from his left flank, having to jostle or weave through the wake of ponies, stepping aside for their emperor. In the chaos, he had shifted himself out of the crowd, and took safely in the clear space behind Vladimir. He tripped, having evaded the crowd, and recovering just as quickly.
Do you really want to head to the front, especially in your condition?
Queston did little to break his momentum.
Condition? That's. I believe we discussed what my condition was earlier. I know, sir, but.
Vladimir didn't give the captain a chance to finish.
Everything is in place now. The anti-air guns, the artillery guns, and even the backups. My condition has never been better.
A suppressed, mocking giggle fell on Vladimir's response.
With those readily set, tell me, how long is it until Iron Hammer marches?
Fesson lost a considerable amount of faith in his leader, feeling the loyalty drain as he came close to the surface.
3 hours.
Tell me, how capable do you believe our defenses to be?
Vladimir's question spurs the twinge of poking curiosity in Sloane.
Why do you ask?
The Emperor's words were like venom, soaking into Thatch's already divided mind.
It's just that if we have little time to wait, and we're more capable of defending this mountain, I see no reason why I shouldn't enter the fray a little.
It does not make sense to you, does it? That? I understand, sir.
It'll be fun.
Vladimir piped up.
So quit your pouting. The party is about to begin.
The quiet hum of the gunsmith's engines was all that passed through the thick steel and walls, defying those inside from hundreds of feet below to the ground. Beads seating lined one wall, then the other, 20 on either side. They sucked in those who sat with them, nearly engulfing out his flank whole. When he repositioned himself, or shifted even in the slightest manner, the terrible squeaking of all rusted springs within shrieked. An invisible little spire ran up his spine each time he creaked, forcing a winch every now and again. He gave up trying to get comfortable, ultimately succumbing to the cushion devouring him. The flight did not help his stomach either. It felt like a warm ocean amidst a rising typhoon that was bottled up inside him. Frequently, the nauseous liquid sawed up halfway into his throat before retreating back. Adam did what he could to gulp it back down. The last thing anyone wanted on the gunship was one pony losing it. Coalition soldiers filled every seat, and the members of the rescue team did not. Soon, in the beige helmets and plates atop white jumpsuits, many held their noses craned to the ceiling, snoring with their mouths wide open. Those of weaker hearts held their heads, foreheads visiting like the cold was slowly claiming them. Adam couldn't see their eyes under the rim of their helmets, though by the unsettling silence in space, he could only imagine them being zapped of life in wide, hollow stares. The guard for the mission was between two rows of seats. In the confined quarters of the ship, the wagon appeared 3 times larger with a vacant flooring.
How long would the trip be? Not long, maybe.
Adam would think.
Moving significantly faster.
without the hassle of overcoming obstacles on the ground. Reaching under his seat, Adam pulled one of the conjoined saddlebags out in front of him, raising him so they rested on his back to back against themselves. He opened the right bag, fisting through the various prizes and supplies he had collected on his trip. At the bottom, he removed Little Red's wooden music box and sat on his lap. He ran a hoof on the lid. Its paint was smooth to the touch, without any minor scratches or fuzzy smudges on the varnish. Adam couldn't analyze the front to peek inside. That was for Vladimir to do alone. Wow, you remember that far back? That was like 20 chapters ago. Looking at the box aside once, Neil spoke to Adam in whispers. You brought it with you? Yeah. Adam cradled the valuable piece. I'll give it to Vladimir. This set Neo reeling. Again, to regain focus. On the remark, he shook his head. What? You know we are finding him, right? When do you think we'll be able to sit down and politely give him it? Adam had a science cue, but in all honesty, he shrugged both shoulders. We can leave it in his room. Maybe. I know where it is. Neo's lips curled inward. His eyebrows slanted in a befuddled, pondering expression. I don't know what to tell you, Adam. Rather, Adam hugged the box tighter, voice seeming firm with it. We promised his dad. I know we did, but we promised him. Gripping a leg on Adam's shoulder, Neo climbed up to his foreleg. Listen, I know we promised him. We want to leave it somewhere, that's okay. But if it puts off the entire mission, we'll have to forget about it. The scrap-sounding music box had an unbreakable hold, as Neo added delicately. We'll have to see. Just have it ready, in case. The sourceless blare of a horn came honking, drilling 3 times, then paused. Accompanying its sounds were a flashing red light, pierced at the back of the ship, directly above the closed running ramp. Soon Ironside's voice took charge of the speakers. We're about 20 miles out of the city. We'll be letting the rescue team off here. Lucy bounded from her chair with hind legs first, like a full spring at long last. All right, that's us. Load up! By the time she had gotten to the front of the wagon, she already tucked her hat into one saddlebag. Sylvester first, picked the big lot up and carefully placed the filly inside. Adam put the box away and threw it on his saddlebags before hopping in next, followed afterward by his brother and Allie. Those soldiers whose eyes befell the ground were now turned to him. Not quite as gray or grim as Adam had imagined, but cold and empty. Empty nonetheless. Most did a brief scan in the area, and nodded at Lucy while a hoof raised overhead. We're conformed for launch. Lucy was hitched between 2 steel poles, fastened securely by equal, sturdy leather bindings. A green orb situated on the face of the wagon swelled with a halo of emerald aura. Not long after Lucy's wings were encased in the same misty light. She glanced over both shoulders and found each wing in perfect, powerful sync. Remember, Ironside's voice on the speaker's boomed, lie behind for about an hour. Let the assault force get ahead. We'll take care of any ground troops that'll try to remove you from the sky. Thunder and clank cut to the end of the gunship. Metallic silver at the outside highlighted the opening ramp, howling as the warm pressure seeped out into the world. The frigid high-altitude air was rushing in and was numbing, burying stingers in their noses. The ramp opened slowly, old pistons squealing like a dying wraith. Wind bolted up like floodwaters, smacking the faces every gnat of soul within. Noise was lost in a mighty gust, listlessly caught adrift in the winds. Lucy had to strain her vocal cords to even to bellow and peep above the thrashing air. Wester, get in! Everyone else, you're set to drop! Wester sat left in the wagon, nodded all clear. Adam hastily persisted his goggles over the eyes, tugging the tight straps tight. Good! Because there's no turning back. Buckle up, kids. We're going straight to hell! Footnote. Level up. New perk. It's called lying, because that's how you become president. Speed is increased by 2, as there are new and more inconspicuously shifting speed options, which may turn the tides of otherwise failing trading deal. Footnote. Level up. New perk. Hey Asbot. When you toss grenades, you now have 45% chance of setting other enemies within the explosive area on fire. Wait a minute. After all this, after so many months, have we... Oh my gosh, guys, we're 3 chapters away from the ending. We're 3 chapters away from the ending. Well, if I wanted to include a side story special. But yay, we're almost done, guys! Oh gee, what am I gonna do next time?